Hello everyone, my name is Burak Aktaş, and today in our reading class we are going to be talking about the Unit 6, and our theme will be about pressure. Okay, so as you can see, we have a graphic here which shows us two different sides of pressure and its effect on humans. Okay, first of all, as we can see in the graphic, we have two different sides here. First, this talks about physical signs of stress and spot the signs and the mental side of the stress. That what stress causes on the mind of humans, right? So, for example, becoming angry quickly, cannot relax, avoiding other people can be considered as a cause of stress on the people's mind, right? Good. And as physical signs of the stress, what do we see here? We see dry mouth or painful stomach or sweaty hands, cannot sleep. So, when people are under pressure or feeling stress or feeling anxious, their physical reaction is to show sweaty hands or painful stomach or dry mouth. But as opposed to the mindful reactions, which is becoming angry, cannot relaxing, avoiding other people. Alright, in our discussion points section, we have three different questions. And first is, how do you feel mentally and physically when you are under pressure? So this concerns you. How do you feel mentally? Do you show any of these signs when you feel under pressure or stressed? Good. And do you think pressure is ever positive? So, as we can see, as we know that pressure is something negative, it has that connotation to it. But there is also maybe a positive side to it as well. What is this? You can think about this. Do you think people learn to react like this to pressure, or is it a natural human reaction to danger? So this is also another aspect to think about of pressure in our lives and to our effects to ourselves. Good. Now we have a video about pressure. So let's take a look.
In part of Tokyo's busy electronics shopping district, a group is offering local people an unusual way to relax and forget their worries. Katsuya Hara, the head of an anti-stress project, wants people to come into a truck to smash bowls, plates, and cups. The cost depends on what you want to smash. A small cup costs $2.20, and a large plate $11. Masaki Ogawara is one of the many customers to try it.
Life is pretty complicated, and there are a lot of things to worry about right now. So this was refreshing. I now feel like I can start afresh again tomorrow.
It's recession here and recession there. All everyone talks about is the recession. In my company, it's also, you can't do that, or you can't do this. Like we can't expense taxi rides. I was feeling pent up and was looking for a way to release some of that when I had the good fortune to come across this place.
Does smashing a plate really make you less stressed? Katsuya says its effectiveness is slowly being recognized around the world.
To break something, as all of us know from experience, is something extremely exhilarating, and it helps bring down one's pent-up anger levels.
Most of the customers are women and stressed businessmen. All the broken pieces are recycled, so people have one less thing to stress about.
So we looked at our video, and this video was about a Japanese entrepreneur coming up with an idea to make people smash objects to relieve their stress or pressure on them. So as you have seen, people are relaxing in this way. So good. While you watch, read the sentences and then watch the video. Choose the correct option to complete the sentences. It costs $2.20 or $11 to smash a plate. In the video, it said 11, right? 11. Let me go here. 11 to smash a plate. Masaki think it is or isn't a good idea. Which one is it? It is a good idea, right? Masaki was the creator of this project. Smashing plates is supposed to make you feel what? Less stressed, right? It relieves your pressure. A lot of customers are stressed, drivers or businessmen. In the video, it told us they were businessmen. We mostly see businessmen. Good. Now, today, the text we are going to be reading is titled Pressure on Parents. Okay? But first, the vocabulary part. So, we have the words achievement, ambition, compare, insist, lifestyle, pressure, and results. So, achievement, what is it? A result gained by effort, accomplishment, right? We achieved things. Ambition, an ardent desire for rank, fame, or power. If you are ambitious about something, that means you want that too much, okay? Good. Compare, to examine the character or qualities of especially in order to discover resemblances or differences. You may remember in our earlier lessons we talked about comparison paragraphs, and we talked about resemblances and differences. Good. Insist, to be emphatic, firm, or resolute about something intended, demand, or required. So, insist on something. It is usually used like this. We insist on things, right? Good. Lifestyle, the typical way of life of an individual, group, or culture. Like each of us has different lifestyles, perhaps. Good, we can say. Pressure, the burden of physical or mental distress. As the word pressure is explained like this, right? Physical or mental distress, right? We are under pressure. It's used like this, or pressure about things. Result, to proceed or arise as a consequence, effects, or conclusion. So, result in, or this is a result, we say. Good. So let's do our vocabulary exercise together. What do you think is more important? What? Ambition or talent? When you feel stressed and have a lot of what? From work or studying, how do you react? Of a lot of pressure from work, right? A lot of pressure from work or studying. When you last faced a difficult situation, what was the at the end? So this gives us the clue here, right? At the end. Result at the end. What was your biggest last year? Your biggest what? Achievement, right? Achievement. Do you think you have a good work-life balance, or do you feel study work too hard? As you can see, we have a comparison here. When you work and studying, which one do you think is more stressful? When you compare work and studying, right? We compare two different things, right? In order to find resemblances and differences. Good. Would you describe your as healthy and calm or pressured and unhealthy? Would you describe your lifestyle, right, as healthy? I have a healthy lifestyle or calm lifestyle. You can say this, right? Do you, that other people work long hours, insist that? Do you insist that other people work long hours when you do a project together? Is the correct answer. So, our text here today, pressure on parents. It seems modern lives are the reason parents are facing a range of pressures. Reducing their children's time on technology, showing their perfect family life on social media, and going on impressive vacations are all quite new pressures. However, most of these modern-day pressures still go back to two main causes: balancing family life and work, and comparing ourselves to others. Okay, in our introduction part, this text gave us the main idea which it is going to discuss, right? What this text will be about pressure on parents and the way most of these modern pressures have the causes of these pressures, right? Good. Work-life balance is a pressure for most people, but adding everything a family needs as well, and this pressure is higher. People can feel guilty or stressed because they might not be doing well at work. This can also lead to pressure on relationships at home. This is especially true for people who have difficulty organizing, planning, and deciding on the most important things to do. If people have poor time management skills, it can lead to them worrying about how well they parent and how well they do their job. They can feel that they do not have time to do either to the best of their ability. So, work-life balance, right? The key thing here. It leads to pressure on relationships at home. Sometimes the work life affects the family life or the life you have outside of work. So, good. It talks about it. It can also be difficult to achieve a good work-life balance due to the financial pressures of modern life. Finance is also a big aspect of this, right? Pressure. In many countries, it is difficult to pay for a good lifestyle if only one parent works. If both parents work, there is the extra cost of childcare. If only one parent works, the family loses the salary of one individual. That's true. Additionally, many parents feel the pressure to pay for and send their children to a good school. This can cause more financial stress for parents. Good. So this third paragraph is about the financial aspect of the pressure. In part, the ambition to earn more money for the family is connected to other main pressure modern families are under. Comparing ourselves to other people. Previously, comparing ourselves would have been limited to those in our neighborhood. As a result of technology and the ability to move further for work, we now compare ourselves to a much wider range of people. Nearly every time we compare ourselves, it results in expensive purchases, from wanting to have the same or even more impressive vacations to following the latest fashion trends to fit in with others. All our way of comparing ourselves to others and all results in pressure to earn more money to pay for them. Again, this mainly focuses on what? Comparing ourselves to other. This was my second key point that referred in the introduction part, right? Comparing others to ourselves. But nowadays, we are comparing in a much massive way, right? Good. Many ways we compare our financial, but there is no doubt that many feel the pressure from the birth of their first child. Almost as soon as the child is born, the pressure to be the perfect parents often results in worry. Whether it is walking, feeding, or sleeping, there are things people think a baby should be doing by a certain age. Many feel that if their child does not match the normal level, then it will look bad for them. The pressure to be perfect is so strong that it leads to many parents lying about how much their baby sleeps at night. Some parents even pay for sleep specialists to help get their baby to sleep. Sleep is usually the one free activity in life. This part focuses on what? The parents comparing their babies to other babies, right? This is also a pressure on them. Like, is my child normal? They ask themselves. So good. Most of these pressures can possibly be avoided if people make one small change in their view of life. Stop comparing yourself to others. Easy, right? Then there would be less pressure to be perfect and more opportunities to simply enjoy your time together. So good. In the close reading part, our book warns that, tells us about something about causes. What is that? And effects, actually. Good. Causes that make something happen and effects, the results of what happens, can often be identified by looking for signal words. For example, because, due to, reason, result, leads to, right? This is for the cause and effect part. We also use conditional sentences, if sentences, to show cause and effect relationships, right? If you don't get enough sleep, cause, you feel tired, effect, right? As a cause is what? My reason, right? My reason, actually. And effect is my result right here, right? Good. Look at the sentences from pressure on parents, underline the cause and the circle the effect. So let's do this together. It seems modern lives are the reasons parents are facing a range of pressures. So, are the reasons parents are facing a range of pressures. So, the modern lives, let's go here again. So, the modern lives are what? The cause of this, actually. What are the reason? The reason. So this is the cause, right? This is the cause, and the parents are facing a range of pressures. Is the what? Effect, right? Good. It can also be difficult to achieve a good work-life balance due to the financial pressures of modern lives. So, as we can see, we have the connector due to the here, and the financial pressures of modern life. This is what? This is the effect part, right? Effect part, and a good work life is this is the cause part and this is the effect part, okay? Good. In many countries, it is difficult to pay for a good lifestyle if only one parent works. So, it is difficult to pay for a good lifestyle if only one parent works. I have an if sentence here, which talks about the cause and effect relationship. It is difficult to pay for a good lifestyle is what? It's the result here, right? It's the result. Yes, if it's the result. So I have my effect here, okay, and my cause here. All right. All are ways of comparing ourselves to others, and all result in pressure. So results in pressure to earn more money to pay for them. All are ways of comparing ourselves to others, and all comparing ourselves to others is what? Is the cause of this thing. Cause of this. And the result is what? This. Okay? So effect is this. Good. The pressure to be perfect is so strong that it leads to, right? It leads to many parents lying about how much their baby sleeps at night. So this is what? This is the result. So effect here. And what does it cause? The pressure to be perfect, right? Good. Is the cause here. So let's move on. Read the text again. Match the causes and effects in these sentences. Not doing your job well. What happens? Can lead to poor relationship at home. Could be. can result in people in worrying about their performance at work? Yes. So here is D. For time management skills, what? Sorry, I'm sorry. This was D and this was A, right? Good. Because of childcare, cost or the loss of a salary, what? Maybe B, can lead to poor relationships at home. Technology means what? Technology means we compare ourselves to okay, let's skip this. Most comparisons happens because we compare ourselves to a wide range of people. Okay, so in study skills tells us when do you start feeling stressed. Dealing with stress, know your triggers. So when things are not going your way, when you get a lot of work, when you are trying to please too many people apart from yourself, when other people seem to be doing things badly or better than you, when you set yourself unrealistic goals in traffic jams or using public transport or other triggers. So these are questions asking about ask us that, well, how do you feel stress, right? Good. And this is another exercise for you to do. And look at the examples of feeling under pressure. Circle the ones that are true for you. For me, for example, maybe work-life balance is a good pressure point, or for you maybe exam deadlines is a good pressure point, or tuition fees, or someone disliking a social media post. Even this could be a stress point, right? So today this was our lesson, the end of our lesson. So thank you for joining me and have a nice day.